This was a theory my friend Firebrand suggested me about what if Starscream was modified by the planet killer Unicron instead of Megatron. And unfortunately I won't have Firebrand, but I did ask a lot of ideas that I could put in the theory. Now anyway, let's get to the theory. So let's get into the theory. So the movie would basically play out the same way in the introduction. Megatron killing the Autobots on the Ark. The takeover in Autobot City, where Prime would eventually have to come down and face him himself. The final battle between Prime and Megatron, which almost risks his life. And him dying. I know, shut up. It would change, though, with the Astro Train scene where he's like, "Oh, how it pains me to do this!" And Megatron just saying, "Wait, I still function." And about the time he's about to say, "Wanna bet?" where Soundwave shoots Starscream in the chest. Which, he would go flying out the window with Megatron, but Soundwave would order Hook, you know, that one Constructicon, to give him his line, wrap it around Soundwave's waist so he can catch Megatron on time, where Starscream is too far out and Starscream is no more.
Yes, I know, it sounds a bit cheesy, but it's not going to end that way. So the theory would continue as Starscream and the other ejected Decepticons come by Unicron. Pretty similar to how the movie went. And Unicron and Starscream would then have a conversation like, "I sense great potential. Your hatred for your former leader and those who followed him." And then Starscream would say, "Yes, I hate them so much. I want the chance to take what is rightfully mine, the Decepticons." Then Unicron would go like, "Very well, but I will do it under one condition. If you do what I say and help me with my own selfish deeds." Where Starscream would then say, "Deal." So Unicron would reformat Starscream and Cyclonus and plot hole about Bombshell or Thundercracker being Cyclonus, blah 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 blah. And Starscream taking off in the ship. And then, of course, we would get into where Starscream would be destroyed by a Galvatron. What would change about this scene is that Starscream would arrive where Soundwave was standing where Starscream standed when he was made the leader of the Decepticons. And Starscream would say, "Do you really think you could have gotten rid of me that easily?" Then Starscream would shoot Soundwave in the arm and the leg, and weakening him. And of course, to make sure that this also connects with the toy sales at the time, Starscream would take out Megatron. And then he would finally shout, "Yes! After all these stellar cycles, I've finally done what I said to do," said Starscream. And then Starscream has the Decepticons praise his gloriousness. And then the next scene would be the scene where Galvatron goes after the Autobots and retrieves the Matrix from Ultra Magnus. The only thing that would be different is with Starscream, and I believe he would use an ability that had him tell people what to do, like some sort of mind control ability, and he would take the Matrix and blow Ultra Magnus to pieces. Then the final battle would play out as well. Also, before I get to that, I almost forgot. My friend Firebrand said his vehicle mode would probably be the jet from the IW comics for Megatron.
apparently. I don't know. It was his suggestion. Anyway, let's get to the final battle. Then it would go where the G1 movie led it, but Starscream and Rodimus would be fighting each other. Rodimus would ignite the Matrix, Unicron would blow up, and then they would have their final battle in space. Kind of like how Devastation did it. And then, Starscream would go grab hold of the Matrix again and try to do what Galvatron failed. He said, "I will do the impossible. I will fuse my spark with the Matrix. My dark, cold, corrupted Unicron heart." So he does. He feels powerful, but it has a negative effect on him, and it turns him mentally insane. And then Rodimus gets the Matrix back. I don't remember how he would. And then it would end the same way. But then it would end with a cliffhanger that would make sense with the toy line situation back then, knowing that Megatron, Shockwave, and Optimus are dead. Soundwave could take control of the Decepticons, and Starscream would remain in a room all by himself to gather all of his crazy thoughts. The end. And I'm not sure if I did mention this, but me and Firebrand came up with the name Sonic Scream for Starscream's version of Galvatron. So what do you guys think of the theory? This took me a while to make. This was a suggestion by my friend Firebrand, which has a new name now. I just forgot it already. Now, have a nice day, guys, and tell me what you thought of the video. And if you have better ideas for certain segments, please tell me in the comments. This is D2B signing off.